Top of the rock, top of the rock. Good morning, good morning. Larry Richardson here with Mastermind Wisdom. Top of the morning to everyone. Welcome to our Mastermind Wisdom for Winners, where knowledge isn't just activated. Each episode delivers insight that challenges how you think, pushes how you grow, and sharpens how you move through life. So if you're ready to get started today with Mastermind Wisdom, we want to welcome our guest. Our guest comes with us today, Mrs. Rickale West. Rickale is a Houston-based multidisciplinary artist and a mental health advocate who runs the creative platform of Roxy Was Here. Roxy Was Here. We want to welcome Miss Roxy. Miss Rickale West, welcome to our podcast this morning. We want to start out introducing yourself, and glad that you could be here today. We want to do a little chopping up and introduce you to our great Houston local artists. And Rickale, you come with us today, and I'm glad you were able to make it to the interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, okay, great. Well, as we start out with Mastermind Wisdom for Winners, we always want to introduce and bring in people of great interest in the Houston locals. And as you pronounced earlier, you're an artist with us here, and the advocacy part of the that you do. Is it for children specifically?
So, just in general, I'm just a mental health advocate in general. My work is centered around art as a tool for mental wellness. So that's for any age. My academic background,
Okay.
My bachelor's is in psychology, so I've always had an interest for the mind.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's what it's all about. That's why, once we got a chance to meet, and we're going to talk about how we met briefly. We were part of the Black Art Fire.
The Black Fire Artist Showcase.
Right. With our own Rodney Butler is our, I call it leader, man in charge.
He's Rodney D. Butler.
Thank you very much. Another local artist that you'll be hearing about. But share with us as we get started in this, your background, where you're from and what you...
Background.
Yeah, where you're from and what you...
Originally, so I was raised in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
I've been in Houston since 2008. I came down here to attend Texas Southern, so that's where my journey in Houston began back in 2008. But prior to that, I spent my childhood in Dallas, Texas. Growing up.
Well, ironically, you're talking to another Dallas Texan, homegirl. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I was from the north side of Dallas.
Okay.
I went to Skyline.
I went to Townview.
Townview.
Yes, sir.
I know what Townview is very well. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
awesome. So another Magnet Center.
You know it.
That's it.
That's a small world.
That's it.
Well, I talk about Dallas. Dallas was a tremendous experience for me. But share in your coming up in the environment, as you just said, at the Townview Center. What was that like, and what was that about?
Oh, so Townview, of course, it was a career-oriented Magnet Center where you had to make the choice to want to be there, and you had to be selected to be a part of their program.
Absolutely.
Right? That was my first choice when it came to like career focus. My second choice was Booker T. I wanted to go to Booker T for
That's
the
a
arts.
historic, and some great people come out of there.
So when I was doing my Magnet Center applications, they were like, what's your first choice? What's your second choice? I checked Townview first because my mind, I was trained to, you go to school, you get the career, you get the, the structured,
absolutely.
lifestyle.
Right.
And you go from there, you go to college, and then... But arts was like so I checked Booker T as my second choice for the arts. I wanted to go to Booker T for music, actually.
Okay.
I was in the band. So prior to, visual arts, music is my first love for the arts, truly.
That's what your start came from.
Yeah, so the writing, I was just, a little young poet. Just
I love
always
it.
creative, right? Always creative, into music. I've been playing music since I was like in the 4th grade. So music was
it.
Yeah, and so, but when it came time to start making those choices of what path we're going to go down, I chose the safe route, I decided, okay, well, I'm going to go to Townview and I'm going to study child and family development. So that was what my main focus was going into high school, was child and family development. So we had the lab school on site, we had internship. It was everything that prepared us for the career choices ahead.
I know the feeling.
So it was like, okay, I'm on the right path. I'm doing this.
What you're doing?
I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And so art just completely took a back seat for me. Music, it didn't necessarily take a back seat because, like I said, I came.
It's in you.
It's in me. So when I came to Houston to march for Texas Southern. Let me be specific. When I came to Houston, I didn't care anything about anything else. I wanted to march for the Ocean of Soul. And so, music, it's like the art, it followed me. It found its way back to me. So it's like I was in this career-oriented high school, but we didn't have sports, so the band was the sport. So the band kids, we were the cool kids. Think about it. When you go most places, the band kids, they're the nerds.
Right.
No, we were the cool kids.
Right.
So I spent my entire high school career, I was in band the whole entire time. Amazing experience. We were the best band. Listen.
Wait a minute. Your best band?
Who's the best band?
What was your instrument of choice?
I played, so starting in fourth grade, I started with clarinet.
Okay.
And then when I got to middle school, high school, I learned the contrabass clarinet and the bass clarinet.
Okay.
So I played three different
clarinets, instruments in that respect.
3 different instruments.
In the same family.
Within the same family.
Right.
So during marching season, I would play the B flat clarinet, and then during concert season, I played the bass clarinet.
Amazing. Now, I don't want to take anything from you, but because we may be in, I don't want to talk about age, but difference. I thought South Oak Cliff had a strong.
At a point, I'm assuming that were it.
At one time, until you got. Did you ever hear about?
Of course,
okay,
of
thank you.
Especially when you're in something like marching band.
Exactly,
because they was
a
where
bad
that show style marching band is the vibe. Everybody think that band is the best band. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I think what gave Townview the edge and the advantage is because we were able to put so much energy into our program. I think because we didn't have sports, right? So the athleticism wasn't split between a basketball team, a football team, cheerleading. Everybody who had a little in them was marching in the band. They either beating a drum or playing a clarinet, twirling some cymbals, dancing. We were everything in one. So that all of our athletes were in the band.
Was in the band. Well, ironically, and I say this, because I love this podcast and talking about it, I have a cousin that be watching this, and he was South Oak Cliff drummers, and he'll be able to debate me on this when I talk to her. Mark, are you listening? No offense. But I'm listening to Townview, and the experience that I have and how I relate to you is that, like you, when I went to Skyline, we had to be selected.
Right.
It was the advertisement art class, because I was like you. I had two choices: go to Green Hill, which was a private school, and then go into the arts, which I had the passion for drawing and painting.
Right.
And I had to get accepted at Skyline. And Skyline was a full, total career development system.
So many programs.
And the weirdest thing, and I'm sure I'm gonna have you to expound on it. When I left Skyline, I was more prepared for anything out there in the work field than when I went to college. Because everything I did in college, I'd already done.
Yes.
You already had all of the program.
I would definitely agree with that. I think even when I got into my career field in corporate child care and early childhood education, I had an advantage because of the preparation that Townview had given me as a 15, 16-year-old.
Exactly.
So I'm 25, 26, sitting in executive meetings with leaders who have been with the company since I was in kindergarten.
Yes.
And that was because I had that preparation with
background.
High school.
Yeah, and that's in itself is an experience that lasts through the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is excellent.
It carries over. I see it sometimes carrying over now. in certain environments. You know, a lot of people think some visual artists don't have any business savvy. They can't hold themselves in certain conversations. They're just painters. They're just weird, and they just do their. But I will say I see the advantage in some spaces.
Exactly. Well, you learn a lot, and you learn the business aspect as well as the artistic aspect of it. Now, our audience love stories.
Okay.
So what I'm going to ask of you to give us one of your, I would say childhood stories out of the band or in your curriculum at the childhood development that really sticks out, that made an impact on your life. Any particular one?
Oh, you know, it's very short, and it's not high school related. This is a very, very honest, very vulnerable story. Middle school. This was before high school. This was leading up to making that decision, right? I was a little bit more rambunctious. Smart mouth. Let me tell you.
I don't believe it. No.
Yeah, listen, I was a little rambunctious, smart mouth, real quick mouth. And I was not thinking about my future. Obviously, I'm a kid.
Sure,
I'm,
sure.
12, 13. And I'll never forget, and I'm going to say her name. I had a science teacher. Her name was Mrs. Rosen. I was in, was it 8th grade?
Yeah, sure.
And, you know, with the middle schools, the high schools, they come and they visit, right? Those magnet centers, they come, they visit, they pick, and they're trying to see who they want.
Right, yeah, they select.
And I'm not thinking about going to a magnet center. I'm not thinking about what that means for my future. I'm just existing, being this child.
Enjoying child life. Right.
And I was, again, like I said, I was rambunctious. I remember one day, this teacher, the science teacher, Miss Rosen, she pulled me aside. And she told me, she said, and it sticks with me, this story.
Excellent.
She said, pretty much, you need to get it together. She was like, I see you, and you have the potential. She's the one who planted the seed.
Wow.
She said, you have the potential to get into Townview. This is why people along the way, your village, it takes a village, because people plant seeds like that, like along the way.
Yes.
Because who knows what way my life had gone had she not planted that seed.
She saw something in you.
Yeah, she saw it.
Definitely.
And she's like, you have the potential to go to Townview, but they're not going to accept you with your behavior. Just like that.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. And I mean, I'm a kid, so that's not really sinking in, but it sunk in.
Yeah.
Because it was because of that conversation that when I went to that, you know, assembly where they're doing these presentations and they have all of these people from these different schools and they're talking about the different magnet centers, Townview stood out to me.
Right.
Because she had already had that conversation.
Excellent.
And so I don't know what's so special about Townview until they come and they do their presentation.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, she's saying I can go there?
Right.
You know?
It's an honor. It was a
and
privilege.
when I learned about what the program was and that somebody saw in me the potential to be a part of that, oh yeah, I better pull it together. I think I better pull it together. You know?
I call that a hand clap right there.
Yeah,
That's yeah, excellent.
That's a very
excellent.
very true experience.
And you can truly say it's the impact that people have on you that helps your direction in which you go, and that's a perfect example. And that's one of the things we want to do here, even with Mastermind Wisdom, inspire you, encourage you, and point you in the right direction that makes a difference in your life. Oh, yeah. And I'm glad you shared that with us, and you know, and I love that because it's who it makes us today. That one person sticks in your mind, and I don't know if you've been asked to even think about her in this one.
I've only shared that story in private, maybe once or twice.
Sure.
And that was the first thing that came to mind when you just asked for a story, because we think about those fork in the road moments, those pivotal moments where it's going to make or break our next step. And that was one.
Well, one of the good things about it, and I think when we have a reflection and a review of our lives, because we never know when that book is coming out. Yeah, you can always say, let me go back, I remember this, and you get a chance to expound on it and share it for others, because obviously it's what we give back is what makes the big difference and secures our legacy. Oh, yeah. And that's really important. So we want to ask you to tune in on our episode. This is episode 1 of Mastermind Wisdom with Miss Rickale West. And Roxy is now will call my new friend when I talk to her on a regular basis. I like that name. And then from the Dallas area, too. So that's going to close this section, part 1 episode. episode, and we want you to come back for part 2 because we're going to talk about that transition. That was Dallas, that was school, that was education, influences, and then we want to talk about how you got to Houston. so we want to ask you to come back and welcome Miss Roxy to the program and thank her once again. And just let her know that we appreciate you. We appreciate you taking out the time. And I know it's going to affect other people that are thinking about this and coming to it. So without that, we're going to start out. Come back for episode 2, Mastermind Wisdom for Winners. Thank you. With a millionaire mindset.